Justin Houston's having a great year and certainly had a great night. He had 2.5 sacks and an interception. He's tied for second in the NFL in sacks. I think it's great that he mentioned that it was clearly a team effort. He said he doesn't even know how it happens sometimes. But when you look at the film, you can see the combination of scheme, great coverage on the back end, and great individual effort is how he was able to perform and really have a great night. Let's look at a couple of them. To begin with, this is a well-designed and executed pressure. It looks like another standard four-man rush with Bowser actually dropping out on the defensive end while Queen attacks over the right guard. Now, the Saints actually picked this action up well, and they have a hat on a hat. Queen forces the guard way upfield, allowing Houston then to loop back underneath his block on the tackle and leaving a hole to the quarterback. So again, good job of the scheme, creating one-on-one matchup, and then Queen creating the gap and the alley for Houston to get home. This next one, it's less scheme and just a great individual pass rush by Houston. The center has to work to the left guard to help with Calais Campbell. So this makes a one-on-one matchup for Houston, which is just what he's looking for. He comes up off the edge and he has a slight feint like he's going to come back to the inside, but instead drops his shoulder, comes around the edge to get to the quarterback. Meanwhile, on the backside, you can see where Calais Campbell, 99, crashes down to create an angle for Campbell to come all the way around. It's like a $2 cab ride to get there, but he gets there just at the same time that Houston comes in, and they kind of meet at the quarterback for a great sack. Now, newly added Roquan Smith has been a great addition for the Ravens, and you're going to see on these next two plays why. He brings a physicality and a speed that the Ravens are definitely going to be able to utilize. Didn't take long for him to fit into the defense. This first one is an 8-man front on a 3rd and 1. As we always talk about, the defense creating that picket fence that we keep talking about. Everybody gobbles up a gap. Roquan Smith just slides and slides in behind the defensive line, waiting for the hole to appear. The back comes charging through, and he physically takes on the back, limiting him to no gain on a 3rd and 1. Then on this next play, you can see the speed of Roquan Smith. Again, he works within the defensive line. You're going to see 41, Alvin Kamara, coming out of the backfield. This is very difficult for a linebacker to find himself caught up in the middle of the defensive line, but then have to extricate himself and run with an athlete with the speed and size of an Alvin Kamara. And he stays step for step for him, gets the completion, but he limits it to a 1-yard gain. I also have to bring up Marlon Humphrey. Had a great day, did a great job in coverage, led the team in tackles, and he added a sack. And here again, a scheme had a lot to do with it. You're going to see here on this one, Roquan Smith and Owe gobble up the left side of the Saints offensive line. Meanwhile, on the backside, Campbell and Matabike drop out of pressure. It looked like they were coming, but then they drop out of the pressure front. That brought the offensive line, the right side of the offensive line, to that side. That allowed Humphrey to come scot-free off the backside with no one to pick him up to get an unmolested sack on the backside. So again, a combination of great individual effort, but certainly well-schemed and well-coordinated with regards to everybody working in conjunction, one player setting up the next. The Ravens come into their first full bye week at 6-3, obviously on a 3-game winning streak, feeling really good about themselves. Chance to refresh, restock of what they're at before they show up at home against the Carolina Panthers.